Now, the greatest warrior of them all among the Kauravas, who is that? Karna. It's time for him to fight. It's day number 17. Karna and Arjuna face off each other. Attachment. I do things I like. I do things that are good for me, that I may not like. Fiery self-control, seeking pleasure in outward things. These two great warriors, Karna and Arjuna, face off. They are both, they have smeared red sandalwood paste on them, preparing for war, and they are armored with golden impenetrable armor. They each have a great magnificent bow. Arjuna's, of course, is Gandhiva, unbreakable. Krishna is Arjuna's charioteer. Karna has an equally competent charioteer named Shalya. So they come, they face off, and before they start, they look at their armies and says, all of you, lay down your arms. This doesn't concern you. The battle we are about to fight, don't join in. You are unable to. So both the armies on both sides lay down their arms, and Karna and Arjuna begin to fight. They dispense with physical weapons. They are far too great of a warriors to use physical weapons, and they begin to fight using astral weapons. Arjuna creates a column of fire in front of him, and Karna creates a column of water that immediately douses it. Arjuna rains down boulders, hills on top of Karna. The army, both armies are watching in awe, and Karna creates suddenly out of nowhere a gale force wind that disperses the boulders, who knows where, perhaps into the ocean. And then they fight up into the sky, they become invisible, and all that is heard are great frightening thunderclaps and sparks flying in the sky. Suddenly it goes dark, suddenly it becomes brighter than 100 suns, it becomes cold, it becomes hot. They are fighting this magical battle with astral weapons that only they know. And at one point, Karna is so fierce, that the onslaught of his arrows moves Arjuna's chariot back by 3 feet. For the first time, Arjuna, the indomitable, has retreated in battle. And Krishna tells him, it is the weight of my presence that actually kept the chariot from flying off. He says, Arjuna, don't underestimate Karna. On this day, he's very hard to beat. And even as he says that, Karna shoots an arrow. It's a strange looking arrow. It's like a hissing serpent that's coming towards you. And Arjuna tries all his skills, all his magical weapons to try and subdue that arrow, but it comes relentlessly towards him. There's nothing he can do. Krishna, with his big toe, gently presses the chariot, and the chariot sinks by 3 inches. And the arrow, instead of hitting his forehead and killing Arjuna, takes off his crown. Immediately, Arjuna takes his long curly locks and ties it with a scarf and re-enters the battle. And they fight on this way. And Karna's chariot wheel gets stuck in the muck of the battlefield. Imagine, if you will, where that muck and mud comes in the battlefield. I won't say any more, but it is a horrible battle after all. It gets stuck. And Karna jumps down. He tries to lift his wheel, and according to the rules of war, Arjuna pauses, and then he gazes down at Karna's feet for the first time because of this odd position. And suddenly he says, this looks exactly like my mother's feet. It's just a bigger version, but every detail is exactly the same. Because of course you all know that unknown to Arjuna, Karna was their elder brother. And then his heart reaches out, as it happens in moments of birth and death. The heart is unusually sensitive. It reaches out and he looks at Karna's features, recognizes himself and his brothers and his mother in there. He turns to Krishna and says, Krishna, please tell me, who is Karna? Why is my heart aflutter right now? Why am I feeling this inappropriate sense of affection towards my mortal enemy? Krishna doesn't want to say anything. He says, Arjuna, this is your only opportunity. Shoot him. Trust God. Don't have any other wants in you right this moment. It doesn't matter who Karna is. Shoot him. Who is he, Krishna? Arjuna asks. Shoot him, says Krishna. And then, following the guidance of his divine charioteer, Arjuna takes the weapon, the mysterious Anjalika that was given to him by Divine Mother. If you remember the episode from yesterday in the Indrakila mountains, after Arjuna killed the boar and fought with Shiva, Divine Mother caresses his forehead and gives him the divine weapon of Anjalika. It's mysterious. He takes that weapon and shoots it at Karna, and Karna's head falls on the ground like the setting sun, tears streaming down his face, not knowing why. All Arjuna can say is, I want only thee, Lord. He says, I want only thee. I don't know why I'm crying at a time like this. Please calm my heart. I want only thee.
Only thee, Lord, thee, only thee. I want 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 only thee, Lord, thee, only thee.
Getting back to the inner meaning, imagine yourself as a very refined person. Ego has fallen. Your every act is conscious. You're no longer driven by habit, no longer attached to the body. You're beyond anger. Even in such a person, attachments exist. Outwardly, that person very refined and truly capable of conveying the word of God and uplifting people by simply his or her presence. But inwardly, an astral battle is happening because the forces of self-discipline and self-control are vying daily, minute by minute, against the pull of attachments. And the devotee feels, do I really have to give up everything? Do I really have to give up everything? And there is a momentary lapse saying, Krishna, who is he? Do I really have to kill him? And God says at the time, kill him. You don't know what is happening. And all we can say is, I want only thee, Lord. My most cherished things in life, I should be willing to turn away from, if necessary. I want only thee. So, in the inner battle of life, we have come to a very refined stage right now. All that remains. In the meantime, Shakuni, the power of delusion, is dead. I don't have time to go into it. It's a marvelous story. But Shakuni is dead as well. Pride is gone. Jealousy is gone. Outwardly, it means the entire Kaurava army is dead. The 11 battalions and all the great warriors, Dronacharya, Bhishma is fallen, Karna, Shakuni, Shalya, Dushasana, Bhurishravas, Bhagadatta, all of them, Brihadbala, one by one, they are all dead. Only Duryodhana remains alone, but his lust for the kingdom is still not gone. That's the nature of desire. Everything goes, but the seed of desire is still there.